Hey guys, this is Pokemaniac 101 and welcome back to another Minecraft Snapshot video. This week we're breaking the boundaries of what's possible in Minecraft. Yeah, things are getting intense. So yeah, today we're looking at Snapshot 21W06A, and part of that is the extension of the build limit. This is so strange because, ever since I started playing Minecraft, 256 was the limit. Everyone knew that 256 was like the top border of Minecraft, but that has been completely destroyed now. So as you can see, they've extended it quite a bit. So it's by 64 blocks actually. So now the new build limit is actually 320. So that is pretty cool. You can build up so much higher now. And now any builds you've made to the build limit are no longer at the build limit. You can just keep extending them. So now things can get even taller. And yeah, it's pretty insane. Now, it's actually kind of hard to tell with the fog how much of a difference this is, so I actually made a little graph. So sea level is still the same, and going up from that is basically 3 sets of 64, like 3 stacks, and they've just added another one. So the old ability is actually like 3/4 of the size of this, but they've actually gone down as well. So instead of y equals 1 being bedrock, it's now y equals -63. So they've doubled the underground build limit. So overall, it's basically, what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6, 4. So they basically, the old build limit is like 2/3 of the size of the new one, which is pretty insane. Now, the reason they actually extended the build limit down was because now we have these new cave generations. Now, at the moment, they're all flooded from, I think it's Y41 to sea level 63. And that's kind of a bug. They know about it, so they've actually said they're going to fix it in the future. But that's kind of funny. So, in the final update, these will actually be dry from there, but the reason it's full of water is because down below 41 they've actually got what's called an aquifer. So that's what you'll see right here around Y11, Y12. So like down below you'll actually get these underwater lakes and stuff, and these are called aquifers. So as I was saying, they've actually extended the build limit down to make these huge crazy caves that just look, oh man, they just look so awesome. Look at this. This would be like a really cool place to like sell down or build like a base or something. And they've actually kept the old generation, so ravines and like the old, I guess they call them carve caves, I think. Those are still in here. So I think this is actually a ravine right here, possibly. Yeah, this is a ravine, and this just cut into these huge caves. So you'll get these like really cool kind of mix cave things, and the new caves are actually called noise caves, and that has nothing to do with sound. It's just a technical term talking about basically just describing this type of generation. So yeah, this is really cool. The underwater lakes and stuff are really awesome, and yeah, this is these things are really, really massive. Now, also, ores will now generate beneath Y0, so they'll just go from wherever they were down. So, like, here's some redstone at -55. Although, as far as I'm aware, they haven't actually adjusted the ore generation code at all. So, normally, like, diamonds always try to spawn 1 time per chunk. They'll have 1 attempt. If they can't spawn, you'll get no diamonds that chunk. And I believe that's still the same. Like, you can't just get a diamond, like, lower down, because this is the only diamond spawn you're going to get in this chunk. So it basically just spreads out ores vertically twice as much. So if you, on average, if like 2 veins of iron in the same chunk were like, 10 blocks apart or something like that, now they'll be about 20. So that's actually might be a little bit, tiny bit harder to find ores, but as you can see, they're just sprawled all over the place. There's so much more space down here that it's actually probably going to about even out. So yeah, here's some diamonds right here. So mining is going to be pretty interesting with all this verticality and stuff. Now currently you can't load up any of your old worlds in the snapshot because of the new build limit. They haven't put in the code yet to like transfer your worlds over. So you can't just go into some unload chunks and hope for one of these new caves to generate, because they aren't in these new worlds yet. So unfortunately, you'll just have to, wait to get them in your existing worlds. But when you do, I think it'll be well worth the wait. So in total, the build limit has gone from 256 blocks to 384 blocks. So that is a massive difference, and I can't wait to play around with it. Now, there's been a slight tweak to mineshafts in the snapshots. Now, they've just basically updated them to work better in these new caves. So now, if you get like these platforms spawning over a bunch of air, you'll actually get these oak logs just basically holding it up, which looks pretty cool. Like it's really just an aesthetic thing, and if you're really running out of wood, like these are pretty useful if you need to build like a crafting table and some tools and stuff. Also, these things won't spawn like completely over air, so like you'll see this actually is like laying down on some stone over here, and then also no floating cobwebs, which is like, you won't get cobwebs like just hanging out like this out of nowhere, just because there's a lot more air now. They did need to actually tweak those just a little bit. Okay, without moving, I can spot 1, 2, 3 veins of diamonds, and there might be some more that I'm missing. So yeah, it'll definitely be easier to find ores with these, but it just might take a little bit more effort to get to them. You'll have to, like, deal with the verticality and stuff. Also, magma blocks will now spawn at the bottom of these aquifers. Also, with these aquifers, you'll no longer get underwater caves and ravines, as in, like, in the ocean. So, that's a little bit of a disappointment, I think. Like, I never mind underwater because, it's very difficult, but just finding them, like, in the oceans and stuff, like, it's cool. Like, it was just cool to see those in the ocean, so they have gotten rid of those. So that's a little unfortunate if you like just the aesthetic of finding these underwater ocean ravine things. So that's it for all the new changes, but there have been a few tweaks, and since you can't actually load up old worlds in the snapshot, I can't actually do this in my normal snapshot world, so we're just gonna do it here. Drip leaves have been changed, so now if you're crouching or jumping, it won't actually stop them from tilting. So you can't just like sneak around on them. However, if it's powered by a redstone pulse, it will actually stop them from tilting even if you're standing on them. So that's pretty interesting, and it seems to be making a noise even when I'm just standing on here. It's making like the walking noise, so I'm not sure if that's intentional or not, but anyway. So now if I turn off the lever, it'll just automatically power, and it'll actually go straight back up if you power it, so you don't have to like wait for it to do that. Now also, projectiles used to destroy drip leaves. Now it'll just make them drip, and it'll also make them drip even when it's pulsed, powered by a redstone pulse. So this could be a really cool like minigame or something. Like you have like a person trying to run across a bridge of drip leaves that's all like they're all being powered or something like that, and then you have like someone like trying to shoot them like out from underneath you. So it's like kind of a interesting like game of spleef. So that could be really cool. There've also been some texture changes to the small drip leaf and the hanging roots. And Jabba actually tweeted out asking for suggestions about the hanging roots texture. And I just think that was pretty cool that he was asking for input like directly from everyone. And then there are a few things I missed from the last snapshot. So now you can use a stone cutter to make all the different copper slabs and stairs and stuff, and they've updated the names of them. So now you have a block of copper, you have exposed copper, weathered copper, and oxidized copper. So it used to be all weathered, I believe. So it would be like slightly weathered copper, cut copper stairs or whatever. And I know that people were kind of making fun of like how long the name was. So yeah, they changed that. So now each different type of copper has like a unique name, and I guess it's better for describing them. Like, do you have any slightly weathered cut copper stairs or something? I don't know. And then finally, there's some new events that will trigger the skulk sensor. I'll just put them on the screen right now. Now, block change is pretty interesting because it basically acts like an observer. So, like, if a block's been like updated, like a it's gone to a different block state, like cake. They give a cake slice being eaten. It'll actually trigger the skulk sensor, so that's pretty interesting. They can kind of double as a sort of observer block. Yeah, so those are all the new shulker block, not shulker blocks, skulker blocks. Oh man, skulker and shulker are, yeah, that's not the first time I messed those two words up. So that's basically it for the snapshot. We've got a lot of stuff to look forward to coming to our existing worlds, and I can't wait to see all the new, brand new, massive builds that people will come up with. So, whoa, lag. Okay, my computer didn't really like that very much. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!